David says, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Now, what does that mean contextually? Looking in antiquity, looking in ancient times, the Eastern Palestinian shepherd had the responsibility of making sure that the fields that the sheep would graze upon were safe and harmless to them. Now, during that time, the fields of that day oftentimes was filled with vipers. Vipers lived underground, and they would live there, and when sheep would come and graze, they would rise up and snip their noses with poison, and the sheep would die. So when there was a new field, the good shepherd, the shepherd always goes first. The good shepherd would go out in the field, and he would take his rod when it was high grass, and he would beat away the grass and look for holes. And whenever he saw a hole, that was an indication that a viper was in there. So what he did then was he pulled out what he called his hog's oil. That oil I told you he carried. So whenever he would come to a hole, he would take the hog's oil and he would pour it around the perimeter of the hole, making sure that the hole was slippery. Thus, the smooth body of the viper couldn't get friction, so it couldn't come up and bite the sheep's nose. So therefore, when the sheep would come to graze, the viper would see the sheep eating, but couldn't get any traction, couldn't get any friction. So while the viper wanted to bite the nose of the sheep, all he could do was sit there and watch the sheep eat. Thus David says, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. I'm trying to tell you, God will put it and fix it so such that your enemies ought to be able to get you. They want to be able to get you. You in reach, but they can't get you because they can't get no friction.